Congratulations to everybody who has qualified the UPSC mains and has reached this stage of the interview. You have actually qualified an examination that is called world's toughest examination by many people, and for sure India's toughest examination. So congratulations, this is a huge achievement, though it falls short of completion because abhi interview baki hai, but still, having said that, huge achievement, so congratulations. So you may have qualified the UPSC mains examination in your second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or any other attempt, and when you, after so much of hard work and perseverance, reach the interview stage and you sit in front of the panel, and many a times you're greeted with the question that you took really long to reach this stage, can you tell us the reason why? तो जब ऐसे questions आते हैं, and most of the time it's obvious that you may feel intimidated, you may feel smaller than others, you may feel unworthy, you may feel that बाकी candidates ने कम time में कर लिया है, मैंने अपने 6th attempt में किया है, और so many other feelings that all come to you at that point of time. So इस पूरी journey में there are lots of challenges involved and there are lots of experiences that you would have, and वो सारी चीजें आपके mind के आगे आ जाती हैं, and you suddenly feel unworthy and you feel that I have not done well enough and I'm being asked something something that is my weak. अब ऐसी situation में बहुत सारे reactions होते हैं. Your immediate reaction in front of the board may be your face is showing nervousness, your face is showing that you're offended or irritated, or it may be showing that suddenly you have blood rushing into your face or something like that. ये सारे reactions हमें नहीं करने. I'll tell you why. The reason is that this is a very predictable question. आपको पता है आपने कितने attempts. So once you know that you've taken a certain number of attempts, this kind of a question is highly predictable. You have taken 2 attempts, you've taken 4 attempts, you've taken 6 attempts, you've taken 9 attempts, you've taken 10 attempts, whatever it is, you already know this. तो ऐसे questions के लिए prepared रहना is very important. So once you are having that idea that I may be having this kind of question asked, you should be preparing for it. So first of all, you should not be reacting as though you have been asked something and you're taken aback, because this is a predictable question. Second is that you should never be, showing that you are now nervous or you are feeling unworthy of any sort. तो वो भी नहीं करना. And हमें करना ये है that you have to look at the possibility of what is it about your personality that you can unfold in this question which makes them understand you better. आपको ये understand करना है कि एक interview का main intention ये होता है that they have to figure out that you as on date when you're sitting for the interview are you worthy of the responsibility of so many people who will be impacted by your decisions once you're given the responsibility of being a civil servant. जब ये intention है, every question has to be looked at from that perspective, including this question. So you should first of all understand that they are not judging that how many attempts have you actually taken. आपने कितने भी attempts लिए हो, you can only take that many attempts which UPSC itself allows you. अगर आप 6th attempt में हैं, 10th attempt में हैं, उससे भी ज़्यादा number of attempts में हैं, कितने भी attempts में हैं, ये UPSC as a provision आपको allow कर रहा है. So they cannot be judging you that, oh my God, this person is, has taken so many attempts. It doesn't really matter because it's a provision itself, and they're not judging you on that. They are judging you how do you handle this question. The situation has arisen, and now you have taken these many attempts. How is it that you would answer this question? That is what matters to them. So करना क्या है? You need to first of all sit with this question and analyze your entire journey. You have to have empathy towards whatever you have done, and from that perspective, in a neutral manner, removing all the judgments that you may have encountered in this entire process, you have to then analyze your journey. What I mean by ridding yourself of any sort of judgment means that while you're in this process, you may have heard a lot of people saying that, oh, you did not qualify this time also, आप इतने साल लगा दिए, या oh, you did not why don't you do something else, ये तो होने ही नहीं वाला है, या oh my God, he's or she is wasting so many years, and so many other things. बहुत चीजें होती हैं. All of you would know exactly what you are experiencing, but some part of it would be a part of everybody's journey. Remove all of these judgments and do not judge yourself also, and see that what is it that you came with. आप जब पहली बार आए, What did you know? What was your background? What was your educational background? With all of that, when you arrived, say at Delhi or wherever you were preparing, if not Delhi, wherever you have done your preparation, किस चीज से impact हुए थे at that point of time? How did you start your preparation? I'll give you an example. मतलब काफी बार एक student होगा जो first attempt में the person may be figuring out that out of so many institutes, out of so many books, out of so many current affairs material, out of so many optionals, what is it that I select? मतलब मैं इस एग्जाम में किस चीज के साथ करने जा रहा हूँ? तो वो जो रिसर्च होती है, that itself is a humongous research that a person has to do in the initial time to actually understand the demand of the examination. So you can think about what were the things that you went through. पहले साल में आपने क्या किया, फिर सेकेंड में, फिर थर्ड में, फिर फोर्थ में, and so on. So what you need to understand is that there are failures involved, but there are successes every day as well. इस पूरे process को, when you are explaining it to the board, you have to explain it as the challenges that you faced, the issues that had arisen, the situations that you had encountered. What is it that it made you feel? How did you deal with it? What solution did you come up with? And how did you implement it over time? Because you have proved yourself already. आप इंटरव्यू बोर्ड के पास पहुंच चुके हैं. They are not doubting that you are worthy of this entire journey because आप already means qualify कर चुके हैं. But are you able to understand, analyze, articulate this in a manner that they would consider this answer appropriate? That is what is important, right? So इस पूरे process को break down करिए. What were the issues that you faced every single year? And second part में, think about what were the solutions that you came up with. How did you come up with the solutions? What did you do? How did you implement them? How did it help you over time? And how did the next attempt come? ये पूरी journey को first of all you have to understand it for yourself. So that is going to make you find characteristics of yourself actually that you may not have paid attention to in this entire. So ये पूरा process करने के बाद what you have to do is you have to formulate the answer. Answer formulation के time पे दो चीजों को ध्यान रखना है. One, that all of these challenges that you have come across, they should be articulated with words that are not going to damage you. You don't have to use words that make you sound inadequate. For an example, the smallest example would be, you don't have to say that I failed the prelims or I failed the mains or I failed the examination. You have to say that I could not qualify my attempt. And then I found this and that, and this is what I finally did. तो articulation जो आप words अपने लिए use करते हैं, they really matter because they create a perception immediately in the mind of the person who's listening. Use words that are more appropriate and kinder towards yourself and focus less on the challenges part of it. Humbly accept them and move on to what you actually did. जो आपने actionable चीजें करी, वो आपकी characteristics दिखाएंगी जिससे वो find out कर सकते हैं that are you appropriate for the service or not. So this is how you actually categorize these two things in a systematic manner, and this is how you actually have to articulate so that your journey seems like something wherein you're able to justify that I in these years did not just become more and more worthy of this stage. I actually had a journey which made me more and more worthy of becoming a civil servant, right? So that is what will make your answer appropriate. So now let's analyze what we just did. Few things. We'll go through what is the examiner going to be able to find out from this question. Second, what are the things that you can actually showcase in this answer? And third thing, what are the things that you really should not do? So starting with the first, what are the things that a panelist can actually look at in terms of this answer? Once they have asked you this, they can notice your initial reactions. Are they making you feel nervous and inadequate and inappropriate, or they are making you feel comfortable, you're understanding, accepting, and you're able to absorb this question and then answer? So first thing to ye ho gayi. Second thing is that if there is something that can possibly make you feel inadequate in a situation, which may arise many a times when you are an officer also, आपने कोई भी step लिया and वो step उसके बाद एक maybe there's a meeting and it is being discussed that okay, this was done but we think this should have been done or whatever it may be. So if you are put into a situation wherein your action or your decisions or anything like that is questioned, are you able to answer calmly and are you able to explain it appropriately? ये सारी चीजें भी आपकी इस क्वेश्चन में नजर आती हैं. It also shows that are you somebody who can talk about yourself with grace and empathy? Are you somebody who will be able to handle such a situation from a point of strength rather than a point of weakness? And are you somebody who talks yourself down, or are you somebody who, when put into a spot, is able to actually handle the situation? और भी बहुत सारी characteristics इस question से दिख सकती हैं. So once you've understood this, now you have formulated your answer as we discussed, and now you're actually answering. So what are the things possibly that can be showcased in this answer? Two things are there. One, certain things you will be actually speaking in terms of, I remained disciplined throughout this process, or I tried to take care of my mental health, and I was I was very resilient, or whatever. These are the things that you may be using in your answer as words to describe yourself. On the other hand, there would be a lot of things that the panelists would observe from your answer, which you may not have explicitly said. A few things can be there. You may be able to showcase hard work, discipline, perseverance, your ability to analyze yourself, your ability to stick to the goal in the face of adversities, motivation, the openness to failure, the positive attitude. It could be planning or a reflective analysis, or it could be objectivity. Any of these things can be actually things that would be characteristics of yours that the panel would be able to derive in case of this particular answer. So lastly, what are the things that you should definitely not do? First of all, never be non-authentic. If you have done something and you actually believe that you have developed a quality of hard work, then you should say it. If you actually believe that your journey has taught you certain things, please include that in your answer. Do not try to engineer this answer in a manner that it seems fake, or it seems that you are pushing yourself to be shown in an appropriate light. It has to be very, very authentic and natural. And it will be natural once you sit down and actually analyze it, and once you actually know your journey from that perspective, that you're able to answer this question. So think about it and then make it as authentic as possible. Second, do not ever, not just in this question and not just in the interview, do not ever talk about yourself in a bad light. You obviously have to always be honest and accepting of the issues that has arisen, or the mistakes or anything like that, but you never have to talk about yourself in a negative light, making yourself look inadequate from your own words. So that's the second. The third thing, and the most important thing, is when you're giving this answer, if you have had a journey, that journey has been your life. So it is a very prolonged discussion if you open it in that manner. But because the panel has specific amount of time and they are going to try to understand your answers, you have to keep it precise. You have to be structured, you have to be clear, and you have to always notice that how much time does the panel appear to be wanting to give to this question. And this goes for all questions. In case the board appears that they want to finish this answer as soon as possible, you have to tweak it in that manner. In case you have this understanding that they are willing to listen, then you have to expand this answer. So be observant of their reactions and gestures. So, well, that's all. And lastly, I would like to say that, no matter what stage are you reaching the interview, and no matter what age and what attempt are you reaching the final destination and crossing the line and finally reaching Labasna or NPA or any other training institute where you will go as an officer, you are adequate. You have made it. You have done the hard work and you have been proven to be worthy. So it's not just about this question, it's about you actually feeling worthy, because it can be something that can be hard to overcome, but you have done everything to deserve what you're getting. So believe in yourself, and believe in yourself while preparing and after. And I wish you all the best, and I hope you people make it. In case there are any questions that you people have which you would want us to help you with, please write them in the comments and we would definitely give you inputs on that. All the best.